Alright guys, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a piggy style door with a lock and a key. So basically I already have some stuff set up here. So what I have here is the actual door. Basically all it is, it's a model with these parts don't matter, these are just the frame. So I'll just go ahead and group those up and name it frame. And then we have another model called the lock, which is just a part with a mesh in it that looks like a lock. And then we have another model called the door, which has the sound in it, the unlock sound, that, and an attachment, which is easy to insert. You just go ahead and click on the door, right click on the door, insert object attachment, and then we have a proximity prompt inside that. And so then over here we just have a part with a key model on it. And if we go ahead and play, I'll just show you what everything looks like right now. So if you go to the door, you have this proximity prompt that shows up, and then, that's basically it. That's all we have so far. No scripts, no nothing. So now I'm going to basically show you how to script it. So first what you want to do is we're going to go ahead and insert a script inside of the model. We're going to go ahead and we can just name this handler, right? So we're going to insert a script inside the model, and basically we're just going to define the model. We're going to go local model equals script.parent. Then we're going to go local, we'll go ahead and go like this to make it more organized. Local lock equals model, wait for child lock. Then we'll go local door equals model, wait for child door. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to get the proximity prompt. So we'll go like this. So we'll go local prox. We'll just go local prompt equals door dot attachment wait for child proximity prompt. Then what we'll do is we'll go prompt dot triggered connect function, and then we'll go player. So we're defining the player. When the prompt gets triggered, we're defining the player. Then we're going to go ahead and get the player's character. So we're going to go ahead and do local character equals player dot character. And we'll go just if character then. And then we'll go local key tool equals character find first child key tool. Like that. Okay? Obviously, we don't have a key tool yet, but we will make one. So local key tool equals character find first child key tool. We'll go if key tool then we'll go ahead and unlock the door. So we'll go ahead and do lock anchored. Wait, hold up. Lock dot anchored equals false. Door dot unlock. So this is basically going to the sound over here, the unlock sound. We'll go ahead and play that. And we'll do door.transparency equals 1, door.canCollide equals false. So that's all we have so far. So obviously if we go and play, nothing is going to happen because we don't have anything yet. So we don't have a key yet, and we don't have it equipped. So, and another thing actually, go back into the handler, and we'll go prompt.enabled equals false. So, there we go. Then, let's go ahead and make the actual key tool. So we'll go ahead and insert a tool into the workspace. And we'll go ahead and duplicate this little key pickup or whatever key model you have. We'll just go ahead and put that inside tool. Make sure to name this handle, and make sure it's unanchored. We'll go ahead and anchor this one, but the one inside the actual tool, make sure it is unanchored, because if it is anchored, you're not going to be able to pick it up. So if we go ahead and just put that inside starter pack, and we equip it, you can see we have the key in our hand. Obviously this is, not, ideal of a position to hold it, but you can edit it and make it however you want it. This is just, as an example. So we'll go ahead and name this key tool. Make sure it's named what you have it in this handler. So if you have it in the handler and you have it named like, key 1 or like red key, make sure the tool is named red key or key 1 or whatever you have it named in this handler. So now that we have that, you can go ahead and see, you can go ahead and test out that if we have it, obviously if it's not equipped, this won't unlock. But if we have it equipped, it unlocks basically. And that's basically that. But in Piggy or games that require you to have a key to open doors, you don't just start out with the key. You have to go around searching for them and actually, pick up the key. So what we're going to do for that, put inside replicated storage. We'll put the key tool inside replicated storage. And we'll go ahead and insert a... Do we want a click detector or do we want a proximity prompt? We'll do proximity prompt. We'll go ahead and rename this to pickup. Object text key. Max estimation distance will do 7. And we'll do hold duration 1. So once we have that, if we go ahead and play, you can see that there's now a proximity prompt on not only the door, but also the key. Obviously this does nothing yet because we don't, we haven't set it up yet. So we'll go ahead and insert a script. We'll just name it handler. You can name it whatever you like. You can keep it script, doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and define the actual key pickup. So we'll go key pickup equals script.parent.parents. Local prompt equals key pickup, for child proximity prompt. We'll also define the replicated storage because that's where our actual key tool is. So we'll go local replicated storage, name get service replicated storage. And that should be good. So now we'll go prompt dot triggered connect function, define the player. We'll go like this. We'll go to make sure that the player can't get more than the one key. We'll go like this. We'll say if player dot backpack, we'll find first child key tool, or player dot character, find first child key tool, then we won't run anything because basically here is just like, they already have key. So we won't run anything because they already have the key. We're just checking to see if they have it, and we won't give them any more. But if they don't have the key, then let's go ahead and give them a new key. So we'll clone this key because, if there's more than one person in the server, we don't want to just give that key to one player. We want to be able to clone it and make, more and more for other players. So we'll go local new key equals replicated storage dot key tool clone. Then we'll go new key dot parent equals player dot backpack. And I think that should be good. Yeah, let's go ahead and test it out. So we go up, we can't unlock it because we have no key. So we'll go ahead and pick up the key. As you can see, we get it. If we try to pick up another one, we don't get another one because we already have it. If we try to equip it and pick it up, we don't get another one because we already have it. And now, when we equip the key and go to unlock the door, as you can see, the door unlocks, the key drops, and yeah. If you want to make it so that the key gets destroyed once you unlock the door, so that they don't just have a, extra key, we can do that as well. We can go if player dot backpack find first child key tool, and then we'll go else if player dot character first child key tool, and then we'll just go ahead and go like this. Like that. So basically this is saying, first we check if it's in the backpack, and if it is, then we'll destroy it. And then let's say it's not in their backpack, let's say it's in their actual character, then we'll just go ahead and destroy it. So we're just checking both to see, if it's in either one. So we'll go ahead and pick it up, go ahead and equip it, and as you can see, once we unlock the door, the key gets destroyed, and we are able to go through the door. So that's basically it on how to make a piggy-like door key system. Not very complicated, nice and simple. Make sure you have everything set up as I did. So basically, all I had, just to go through one more time. This is just a part as like a table. This is the key pickup, meaning what you'll be able to interact with to get the key. Then we have a model for the door. Model, we have a script in it called handler. This basically handles everything. We have another model in it, which is the frame of the door. These are just parts around the actual door. Then we have the lock model. And then we have the door part, the lock part and the door part. The door part has inside of it an unlock sound that plays when you unlock it, and an attachment, which you can move around like this. Hold on. Which you can move around like this to wherever you want your proximity prompt to be. And inside the attachment is obviously the proximity prompt that you use to unlock the door. So that's basically all you need for the setup, and I just went over how to code it and the pickup, how to code it. So that's basically it. Just a nice quick tutorial on how to make a door that requires a key to unlock it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please leave in the comments any new tutorials you would like to see. Maybe you want a more advanced version of this one. Let me know. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.